Hello, everyone. Ooh, good. Let's see here. Purple. Good evening. I'm doing fine. Purple. Happy birthday, Purple. Lemon pie. Good evening. Welcome, everyone. Hope we all had a wonderful weekend. Cement shoes. Good evening. Kevin Brand. Hello from South Carolina. Good evening, Kevin. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Welcome to tonight's trivia. Tonight, all the trivia questions are on creators. Now, content creators is what I'm talking about. Creators who are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. So they make content for one social media platform of some kind. And all the questions about creators who broke the law. Guess I'm late. No, we haven't even started yet, Sal. I haven't even done the first question yet. Lemon pie. Welcome to tonight's trivia. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes here, and then we're gonna get started on the questions for tonight. So as I was telling everybody, all the questions tonight are on content creators who have broken the law. Now these are YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook creators. And for a vast majority of them, they create content for all those platforms, and not just on one platform only. We are highly involved in watching a Murdaugh trial down this way in South Carolina. I bet. Well, that seems to be the consensus to a lot of people around the United States. I was really surprised. Good evening, Reichardt and YouTube creator Will. Dawn. I haven't seen anybody named Dawn yet. There we go, Dawn Marie. Good evening, Dawn Marie. I guess my chat's a little slow. Maybe it's on delay. I have it on all chat. Hmm. All right, another 30 seconds, and then we're gonna get to tonight's trivia going. Let me put the first one up here. So some of the names in tonight's trivia you may not be familiar to you, but if you write them down, you can look them up later on. Um, to give you an example of just because you think you know who the person is, the creator behind the content, there are a lot of people who don't use their real name. You may know them as Sarah or Sue or Michelle, or whatever, but that may not even be their real first name. It may not even be their middle name. It could be a name that they just pulled out of a hat, or whatever, and they decided that's who they're going to be online. So I understand right now, before we even get started, that some of these names, and channel names and creator names are going to be difficult for people to, I don't know who the hell that is. I've never heard of that channel. I've never heard of that person. But, just keep that in mind that a lot of these people, they hide behind, the truth of who they really are. Okay. All right. So let's get the first question up for tonight. First question. Creators who broke the law worked to the point of no return. Most people will never understand the pressure creators deal with to be successful. What did Elliot Rodgers do in 2014? Elliot Rodgers, did he A, murder, stabbed others, B, fake bomb threats, C, got an entire family deported, or D, child pornography? What did Elliot Rodgers do in 2014? Samantha Mustard McDowell, welcome, incel. So give you a little bit of background on tonight's trivia. I started off with 108 actual crimes that have been reported in the news about creators who, broke the law, and everything from domestic violence to murder, or and homicide for hire. They try to hire a hitman or a hit person, someone to kill someone, and a lot of them, they initially made the news, and then you just never find out, what was the actual outcome of the cases against some of these people. So I whittled it down from 108 to 26, and 15 of them are on tonight's trivia. Work to the point of no return. Most people will never understand the pressure creators deal with to be successful. What did Elliot Rodgers do in 2014? Do-do-do. We got A, C, A. Okay. Question number 1. The correct answer is A as in apple. A as in apple. Murder. He stabbed several people, but he committed murder in 2014. Murder. E. Spammed too many in the chat room. All right. Question number 2. I am just up my stuff heading to bed. He was an incel for jealous of a couple's happiness. Yeah. Question 2. Like him or not, hate him and his brother, the Paul brothers have both broken the law several times. Neither has been content to just breaking the laws in the U.S. What did Logan Paul break in? What law did he break in Rome? I should have read that a little bit before I put it up there. But anyways, what law did Logan Paul break in Rome? Was it A, sexual exploitation of a minor, B, violation of airspace of historical sites views, C, exploitation of disabled for profit, or D, live stream the outcome of a suicide again? What did he do? Break the law in Rome. Right, Carl's going with C. Cement shoe D. When I first heard that YouTube called YouTubers creators, my first thought was God. Actually, Rykart, according to YouTube, myself and anybody who makes content for the actual site itself, we are social media influencers. That's their wording, not mine. Social media influencers. Some people boil it down to just influencers, but social media influencers. Okay. Purple's going with B. Sal. Samantha D. E made another bad rap song. Another one. Starfire, good evening. Starfire is going with B. Violation of airspace of a historical site for views. I'm trying to fill in for inner peace here. Haha. Well, you're doing a great job, Lemon Pie. Thank you. Like him or not, hate him and his brother, the Paul brothers have both broken the law several times. Neither has been content to just break the laws in the US. What laws did Logan Paul break in Rome? The answer to question 2 is B as in boy. Violation of airspace of historical site for views. He sent up a drone knowing there's plenty of signs, and he admitted that he read the signs. He sent a drone up over the Colosseum. Good evening, Gemma. But B as in boy. How? And he did actually do a video in the suicide forest in, was it Japan? I think it is, where he it was disgusting, but he did it. He showed someone who had killed themselves in the suicide forest, hanging from a tree. He did it for views, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Yeah, as if somebody had to tell him that that was in poor taste. But anyways, question 3. One of the biggest, most successful fitness channels on YouTube, Brandon Carter, decided a prank video would boost his channel. Police detained him thinking it was real. He spent close to 3 months in jail before being released. Why? Why was he in jail for 3 months? Was it A, he had outstanding warrants? B, he hadn't paid his child support? C, he assaulted another behind bars? Or D, he refused to tell police it was a prank? I'm doing good, Gemma. How are you doing? Brandon Carter. One of the biggest, most successful fitness channels on YouTube. Sal going with D. Lemon Pie E. He loved the companionship. You're doing okay. That's good. Hopefully next week will be better. Somebody got a job. Somebody's going to be an usher at a theater. Never heard of him? Yeah. He's still on YouTube. He's very big on Instagram, and a lot of his shorts, like YouTube shorts, they commonly get, 20, 30,000 views for a 60-second short. Yes, I am, Will. Brandon Carter. And by the way, he did this with the other person who was part of this prank video is another creator, but I didn't write his name down. I did not. I was going to, but I forgot to. All right, question 3. The correct answer is D as in dog. He refused to tell the police that it was a prank. And the entire time that he was in jail awaiting to see the magistrate, judge and go through the legal process, he could have just told them at any time it was a prank and it was a prank video that they were shooting. But they decided, to get into this like fake fist fight in the middle of the street. And when they couldn't contact the other party, to find out about the criminal charges, they had to wait for it to work its way through the system before they finally dropped the charges altogether and released him. But he spent almost 3 months in jail because of his, foolish, and didn't want to tell the police that it was a prank. He wanted to carry out the gag. So I guess in a way, it actually did help boost his YouTube channel. I'm aware of who he is now. So, I mean, there's that. I just popped in on commercial break. Happy birthday, Winks. Janice Campfield, good evening. And I don't know what you're watching, but I'm having internet problems, Samantha. Oh, I'm sorry. We had internet problems the other day. Like no one in my house could get online. We could download everything, but we couldn't upload anything. Leave it to the internet companies out there. How it can work one way but not the other way. We don't know. Sounds like he's an Einstein. Yeah, right? All right, question 4. Excuse me. He posted about what he was going to do. He was clear he was going to kill hundreds of children if possible. He narrowly avoided another school shooting. We narrowly avoided another school shooting. Instead, what did Trey Sester do? A, kill his sister. B, killed his grandmother and grandfather. C, kill mother, father, and brother. Or D, he killed his dog. Trey Sester. He had planned every moment and every second of what he was going to do. He had planned to annihilate everyone in his school. Stockpiled the ammunition, hid the actual guns and ammo. He came damn close to actually pulling it off. Damn close. We narrowly escaped another mass school shooting this idiot was going to pull off. A, B, A, E, and B. But what did Trey Sester do instead? C. Oh, thank you, Gemma. We love you too. Sal, I don't have that written down where this idiot lived. I think it was Texas or someplace. I can't remember. Texas. I'm pretty sure it was Texas. But don't hold me to that, Sal. Lieutenant RN, good evening. But for some reason, just off the top of my head, I didn't write it down, but I'm pretty sure it was in Texas someplace. That just sounds, like it was the right location to me. I'd have to Google it to find out for sure. He posted about, and he made videos about what he was planning on doing, and that was the messed up thing. And he posted it on Reddit. He posted it on Facebook. He wasn't secretive about his hatred towards the entire school and everyone there. He believed that him and his friend believed that they were singled out and that they were being bullied and punished for who they were. JDR, welcome. Lieutenant RN says it was Texas. Yeah, Texas sounds right to me, so probably is Texas. I mean, Lieutenant RN says it is Texas, so it's Texas. Posted about what he was going to do. He was clear he was going to kill hundreds of children if possible. We narrowly avoided another school shooting. Instead, what did Trey Sester do? Question number 4. The correct answer is B as in boy. He killed his grandmother and grandfather. Or no, C, sorry. Killed his mother, father, and brother. I looked at the wrong answer. Well, the answer for the one before. All right, moving on to question 5. A name we all wish to forget. A name you may not remember was a star and a YouTuber. Jared Longner? No. What did he to get 140-year sentence on top of 7 life terms? Was it A, shot and killed 8 children under 10? B, stalked and killed 20 people? C, shot U.S. Representative Gabrielle Gifford and Judge John Rolls? Or D, stalked and killed an entire family of 10? This guy, if you look at his mugshot, he just looks like a creep. But what did he do to get a 140-year sentence on top of 7 life terms? He actually was awarded like some kind of rising star or something like that on Vine. Vine Rising Star. Before Vine went, shut down, obviously. Hand pink waving. Lieutenant RN's going with C. Starfire's going with C as well. Shot U.S. Representative Gabrielle Gifford and Judge John Rolls. I think you pronounce it Logner. That I'm not sure. Right card's going with C as well. Question 5. A name we all wish to forget. A name you may not remember was a Vine star and a YouTuber. Jared Logner. What did he do to get a 140-year sentence on top of 7 life terms? Good evening, Rocky Road Lady. Welcome to tonight's trivia. The correct answer to question 5 is C as in cat. Shot U.S. Representative Gabrielle Gifford and Judge John Rolls. C as in cat. All right, question 6. Convicted and forgiven by his fans, almost as if they didn't really care, which is sickening. David Rock has been convicted of over 7 felonies against minors. With over 97,000 subscribers, what was he convicted of most recently? Was it A, illegal contact with a minor, B, child sexual abuse, CSA, C, murder for hire, or D, sexual exploitation? David Rock. What was he convicted of most recently? Totally psycho looking. Oh yeah. And he's a former farmer from Canada. Excuse me. Sal Singleton's going with D. Been convicted of over 7 felonies against minors. And he's still on YouTube. He's still online. He's still making content. People are still giving him money every time he pops up and does another live stream. I mean, I haven't checked on him lately, but I'm pretty damn sure he's still out there. And then there are people like, Jared Lasik. I mean, he's got what, 2.5 million, subscribers. People are giving him money. They don't want to believe what he did, or they don't care. One of the two. Sal and Starfire are both going with D. David Rock. 7 felonies against minors. Dee Dee, welcome. Welcome to tonight's trivia, Dee Dee. I hope you had a wonderful week. Thank you for joining us tonight. Purple's going with D. Question 6. Convicted and forgiven by his fans, almost as if they didn't really care, which is sickening. David Rock has been convicted of over 7 felonies against minors, which, with over 97,000 subscribers, what was he convicted of most recently? The correct answer to question 6, ladies and gentlemen, is D as in dog. Sexual exploitation was his most recent conviction, although he has been convicted of A as well, illegal contact with a minor. I think it was teenage boys in that one. But D as in dog. Question 7. Diesel Mike, convicted of all of the following: DUI, drug possession, child endangerment, false imprisonment, stayed on YouTube, Vine, Instagram by doing what after each conviction? Was it A, he changed his, B, changed his channel name, C, changed his type, or D, changed his location? What did Diesel Mike do? He was closed down on YouTube. Get this, in 2019, 2020, 2021 and 2022. 19, 20, 21, and 22. 4 years back to back to back. He was closed down on YouTube and he has come right back every single time. What did he do after every single one of his convictions? Change his name, change his channel name, change his content type, or change his location. We get DADDC. I believe OJ before I believe Lysick. We all know OJ did it. Radcar is going with D, changed his location. JDR is going with A, changed his name. Diesel Mike. This is a very prevalent, issue. I'll tell you what more why he's been kicked off of YouTube and other, Instagram, Vine, and YouTube. Why he's been kicked off of all of them here, after I give you the answer. You should have an OJ trivia night. OJ Simpson. I'll put it down on the list, Sal. Thank you for the suggestion. If I can find my pen, there it is. OJ Simpson trivia. I'm always open to suggestions, and I really do appreciate it. Lieutenant RN is going with B, changed his channel name. All right, question number 7. The correct answer, I hate snakes. I would believe that the snake over Lysick snake. It's good, Purple. Cement Shoes is guessing C. The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, is B as in boy. Changed his channel name. They closed him down every single one of the times on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Vine. He has been closed down for the same reason every single time. He steals other people's content for copyright infringement every single time. In 2019, he got his 3 strikes. They shut him down because he stole content. Every single one of his channels, it's always the same content. He gets shut down. He opens another one immediately, or he has these other ones, but he's back at it again. But 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022, every single time he's been closed down for copyright infringement. He doesn't learn. They're gonna, and you have to think about that from YouTube's perspective. There's a lot of people out there that steal content for their YouTube shorts. They'll sample, and if you don't, there's like a box you have to check. But if you don't uncheck that box, anybody can sample your content and make a YouTube short out of it. But and they just basically steal your content, put it up on their channel if that's what their audience want to watch. And then they make that money off of your stolen content. Or they take your entire video and they just cover up any watermarks or anything you have on your screen with your name on it. So it's very prevalent in the online community, issues like that. But this guy is the most outrageous one. And obviously, I don't think his first name, his name is Diesel Mike. I mean, but that's how everybody knows him because he steals content that's in the automotive repair or heavy equipment repair niche, I guess you call it. Hello, Anita. Welcome. I hope you had a wonderful week, Anita. Welcome, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's content. All right, question 8. Chandra, creator of such content as a blog, vlog, and a makeup maintenance content, went to LA from her home hundreds of miles away and left her child alone. That wasn't the only thing she doesn't want you to remember. What else is there? A, she refused to make her child go to school. B, refused to respond to any school meetings that these were mandatory meetings. C, supplied booze to her child and friends, the child's friends. Or D, got high with her child and then live streamed about it. I hate my phone. I put my iPhone in my pocket and I left the live on and went to the bathroom and pulled it out my pocket, and it read on the screen that YouTube received my report about what? I don't know. Don't know. D. Ooh, got a lot of D's. Chandra Johnson. Let me tell you about the home environment for where this lady lived with her child. It was a hoarder situation. The house and everything was in complete disrepair and disgusting. When they finally came into the home to do a child welfare checkup on Chandra Johnson and Chandra Johnson's child, the only part of the home, excuse me, that was cleaned, organized, and was the background from where she actually did her videos. Everything to the left and the right and behind the actual camera was in complete disrepair and hadn't been cleaned in a long ass time. But then she needed to go to Los Angeles for a meeting. She left her minor child at home with no one to look after the child. She wouldn't let anybody else in the house because of how disgusting it was. And she just like, yeah, well, you can take care of yourself. And she jetted off to Los Angeles, leaving her child all alone. She pled down on that to the child endangerment to something else. I can't remember what her final conviction on that charge was. Rocky Road's going with D. Do-do-do. Chandra Johnson. Reichardt is so positive it's D, he's guessing D twice. Starfire is going with D as well. What did she also do besides leaving her child alone and going to Los Angeles, hundreds of miles away from her actual home? What did she do? Purple is D. C. She's great marriage material. I don't know it. That's a good question, Sal. I don't know if she's dating anybody, or I know she's not married. She's single, but I don't know if she's dating anybody. She's released some videos, addressing this entire thing later on, but after all this happened. But I stopped watching her content a long time ago. Me and my wife used to sit around on the couch and we'd watch, YouTube channels together. There was a lady that and I hope she still comes back, but she used to make content about thrifting, going to thrift stores and finding things. Um, but there was another channel we used to watch. We used to watch that, and this lady's content would always be suggested next up video whenever we watched, this other channel. Hi, Will, and a sorry human being. Sorry for being so very late. I just sit back and listen tonight. All right, Mel. Well, welcome to tonight's trivia, anyways, Mel. All right, the answer to question 8 is A as in apple. Her child, 15 years old, the same one. This is all right. So she left the child at home while she took off to Los Angeles. After she came back from that, she left this 15-year-old child just not go to school. She just stopped making the kid go to school for anything at all. The school kept on calling. They kept on sending letters in the mail. Where's your kid? Did your kid transfer out of the school? What's going on? In the first 90 days of school on this particular year, the child missed 27 days of the first 90 days just because the kid didn't want to get up and go to school. She's like, all right, I guess you don't have to go to school. She just didn't want to have to get the child up and make the kid go to school. I like AMSR videos, LOL. My son watches AMSR, ASMR. He watches Gibby. I think that's how you pronounce her name, Gibby. Excuse me. My throat's been scratchy all day. I've been sitting here drinking ice water with lemon in it. Sounds like a real winner. Yikes. Yeah, a real winner. All right, but A is an apple. She refused to make her child go to school. Question 9. Right, Carter. Mountain Lion and Barry Murphy. How many chances does one need to make the right choice? Apparently, this man's fans will give him endless chances. Fine in YouTube rising star Curtis Lepore did what most recently? Was it A, theft by deception, B, armed robbery, C, rape, or D, attempted murder? Curtis Lepore, what did he do most recently? For question 9. How many chances does one person need? How many do they get? Rykart's going with A, theft by deception. Sal's going with A as well. He must know the woman from question 8. Curtis Lepore. I think that's how you pronounce it, Lepore. I'm terrible with names. That's why I don't do a lot of them like this unless I know who they, the people are. To me, it looks like it would be pronounced Lepore, but I could be wrong. How many chances does one need to make the right choice? Apparently, this man's fans will give him endless chances. And in case you want to look this man up later on, Google him later. Yeah, I would suggest starting off with his name there, Curtis Lepore. and doing that. And if you try to find his YouTube channel, you might have some difficulty there. I have down here on my notes that his last YouTube channel was closed down last year, but he still could have a YouTube channel out there that is being run by his sister. Because after each of his previous run-ins with the law, every time he was incarcerated, his sister stepped in and took over running the channel. Skunk, Pepe Le Pew. Starfire is going with A. Don't know who he is. I will say 3. Lepore, Pepe Le Pew. Anita's going with C. Mel, I'm going with C. Something's going around in my house. My little man has been sick all day. And my throat's been itchy as hell. It's like it's scratchy. I don't know what it is. Cold. Little kids are like, the vectors. If there's a flu virus or a cold virus out there, little kids will find it first. They'll bring it home to everybody. All right. Question 9. What was Rising Stars Lepore? What did he do most recently? Rykar's going with B, armed robbery. The correct answer to question 9 is C as in cat. C as in cat. Rape. He was arrested for rape. In case you're wondering about his other convictions, he has been arrested for embezzlement, wire fraud, mail fraud, on top of, and people like, yeah, I want to pay to be a part of this channel. I want to help this man make money. Sometimes it really surprises you, or it surprises me that these people still stick around. Like Lepore. I've had a cold all week. I'm sorry, Sal. I'm sorry about that. I hope you feel better soon. On it. All right, question 10. Janet Lee Jones knows how to play the game. She knows how to play it well. Vine, YouTube, Facebook have all closed her channels down. She pops back up again and again. What does she do to get closed down over and over again? Is it A, racist, hateful content? B, steals music, claims it hers? C, doxes other creators? Or D, says she is dying from an illness as part of a scam, obviously, to get money and sympathy for D. But what has Jen Jones done over and over again? Question 10. Rocky Road Lady and Anita are both going with D. Says she is dying from an illness, a confidence scam, sympathy. Rykart and Sal are both going with A. She's definitely another winner. Yes, she is. Janet Lee Jones. In case people are wondering, how is it I'm able to use the names of some of these creators? and put them up on, trivia night like this tonight, it's because their name is on the public record, is public information of each and every one of their arrests. I am not slandering anyone. These are public records. A, says Starfire. I'm guessing on all of them. Well, you might have to do that. Some of these people, I didn't know what their real names were until I looked into these cases. Some of them, as you can see, are real winners. A winner like her would go for D. Oops, I did it again. Did it again. I did it again. I did it again. Janet Lee Jones. Vine, YouTube, Facebook all closed her channels down. And she pops back up again and again. What does she do to get closed down over and over again? JDR is going with B. Steals music and claims it's hers. Cement Shoes is going with B as well. Question 10. All right, Janet Lee Jones knows how to play the game. She knows how to play it very well. Vine, YouTube, and Facebook have all closed her channel down, but she pops back up again and again. What does she do to get closed down over and over again? Lemon Pie is going with D. The correct answer is B as in boy. B as in boy. She steals music or she claims it as hers falsely. Someone will have music in the background of their video or in an intro, and she files a copyright claim saying that between this port to this part that music belongs to her. She has never been listed as the composer of any music, but she claims a lot of music as hers. And we're talking about music that is in the right to use field. It's either from YouTube's audio library or she steals music from the Internet Archives and claims it as hers. She has done this over and over again. And they keep on, she pops up, they kick her off the platform, she just comes back and she does it again. But there are people who do all of these things on online and are still here. She reincarnates in the YouTube world all of the time. Yep. All right, question 11. I'm not sure how that's that. Pika, Eric, whatever. Might not be a household. He was, however, one in his niche, gaming and anime. What did he do to get on this list? Excuse me. Was it A, theft, B, public intoxication, C, rape and murder, or D, shooting up his school, killing 8? Question 11. Lemon Pie is going with B on a public intoxication. What did this winner do? Purple is going with B. Anita is going with C. Excuse me. Starfire D. Sal D. Pika Eric. I don't know how you pronounce that last name. Avini. Avini. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. Just stick with the Pika Eric. One of these days, I'm going to do a Bob Smith. You know, all the trivia questions are about Bob Smith or Robert Smith. Reichardt's going with B, public intoxication. What did Pika Eric do? Might not be a household name to you. He was, however, one in his niche, gaming and anime. What did he do to get on this list? Do-do-do. 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer to question 11 is D, as in dog. He shot up his school, killing 8. He shot up his school. I believe this was in Scandinavia or Norway, or it was outside of the United States. I remember that much, but winner chicken dinner. Cement shoes for D. Shooting up his school, killing 8. D as in dog is the correct answer to question 11. All right, going to question 12. Charlie Ross, a well-known clown and prankster, could care less if you, and I mean you, die in a horrible car accident. What did he do to land on this list? Was it A, planted spikes in the freeway pavement? C, cut lines on cars in a parking lot? C, stole stop signs across his city? D, threw rocks onto cars on the freeway? Finland. Thank you, Starfire. That's where the school shooter was from, Finland. I knew it was something like that. Norway, Scandinavia, something like that. Charlie Ross, a well-known clown and prankster, could care less if you and I die in a horrible car accident. What did he do to land on this list? Was it A, planted spikes in the freeway pavement? B, cut the brake lines on cars in a parking lot? C, stole stop signs across the city? Or D, he threw rocks onto cars on the freeway? What did Charlie Ross do? Starfire is going with D, purple D, A? Hit that like button, please do. If you enjoyed the trivia tonight, or in general, please give it a thumbs up. Would really appreciate that. It's free to give this a thumbs up. It's free to subscribe to the channel. Become a channel subscriber. It's absolutely free. Rocky Road Lady is going with D, and Lemon Pie is going with D as well. And by the way, Charlie Ross, has a prank. His YouTube content is a prank video. He makes pranks, all kinds of things. He shows up at stores and act, dressed like an employee, at Walmart, and dumb things like that. Tells people that he's someone he's not. Hides in stores. They do all kinds of stupid pranks on that channel. Clown and a prankster. My peeps. Good evening, my peeps. It's C, says my peeps. Welcome to tonight's trivia, though, my peeps. I hope you enjoyed the trivia. He called the women from number 8, but found out he had dialed the wrong number. What a genius. Be part of Will's family. Yes. Anita is going with C. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the answer for question 12 is C. He stole stop signs from across the city. And then they sat back to watch, what would happen when people they weren't. Well, I didn't see a stop sign at that intersection. They just sat back and watched it all unfold. What a dumbass thing to do. I'm a new subscriber. Well, welcome to the channel, my peeps. Excuse me. All right, question 13. Kanye West has a big mouth and he isn't that bright. His problem is he can't control his anger towards others. This YouTube and Twitch creator has a commentary channel. I can read. What was his last arrest for? Was it A, illegal protest trespassing in a federal building? B, assault on a homeless man? C, domestic violence? Or D, assaulting a therapist? Good grief, did he get in trouble? I hope so. I didn't note down on that one, Mel, what his actual conviction was on that. I did not note it down. Kanye West has a big mouth and isn't that bright. His problem is he can't control his anger towards others. This YouTube and Twitch creator has a commentary channel. What was his last arrest for? Question number 13. Rockar B, Rock Roulette B, Sal's going with D, Anita is going with B. Starfire B. What was Kanye West's last arrest for? Do-do-do. Purple's going with B. Never heard of him? Kanye West. What was his last arrest for? What was Kanye West's last arrest for? He has a big mouth and he ain't that bright. His problem is he can't control his anger towards others. That is very true. Excuse me. What was his last arrest for? The correct answer to question 13, ladies and gentlemen, is C as in cat, domestic violence. He assaulted his girlfriend and co-host, Omni. Oh, I think I pronounce it. You spell it her name Omnia. Omnia. He assaulted Omnia, and he did it on a live stream. Yes, he's not that bright. A live stream. He committed a domestic violence on a live stream. And they quickly turned the camera off after he did it, but he still did it. Social media influencer name sounds kind of like Kanye West. He's probably a wannabe. He got arrested for being stupid. Yeah, well, he's not that bright. All right, question 14. Call this man James from the internet. Journalist or former journalist is a disgrace to third graders who can read. What was his last arrest for? Was it A, assault and battery, B, C, stock fraud, or D, trespassing illegal entry of a business? James from the internet. That is his YouTube name, James from the internet. What was his last arrest for? And he calls himself an investigative journalist. My peep says D. Trespassing illegal entry of a business. Sal's going with D as well. Starfire D. James from the internet. What was his last arrest for? Rock and Roll Lady is going with C, stock fraud. Purple is going with C as well. James from the internet. And I would hope by the third grade you can read pretty good. I know my son can read pretty good. And he's only in the first grade. He loves to read. Since he was just a baby, we've been every night as part of his bedtime routine, we always read 3 books to him. I mean they're like not really big books, but they're like Bernstein Bears. We'll read like one of those, or physics for babies, or last couple of days he's been really fixated for some reason on Michael Jordan, the basketball player. He's been really fixated on his New Shoes is the name of the book. He really likes that Michael Jordan book. But we've been reading him every night before he goes to bed. And now he'll sit and read, all by himself. Just grab a book off the bookshelf, and he sits down and he'll just start reading it. E, misspelling and for not knowing the alphabet. We got C from Purple and Anita and Rocky Road Lady. James from the internet. What was his last arrest for? What was his last arrest for? The correct answer to question 14, ladies and gentlemen, is D as in dog, trespassing, illegal entry of a business was his last arrest. He has been arrested for the same thing 2 previous times. It's always for trespassing or illegal entry into a home or a business or someplace. But D as in dog. All right, question 15. The numbers don't lie. Just doing a search on crimes committed by YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook in Tiki Tacky creators. Crime from below have they not been arrested for? So of the list of 108 that I started off with, was the one thing from this list that they haven't, no one had been arrested for. Was it for A, theft, B, fraud, C, domestic violence, or D, trespassing? Should be able to eliminate one of those right off the bat, or two of them right off the bat. Just the last couple questions. I'm trying to fill in for Inner Peas. Not as good as Inner Peas, though. I think you guys are doing a damn good job. Thank you, though, Rykard. I appreciate it. We're looking for what have they not been arrested for. U.S. creators only. U.S. creators only. We're not looking at everyone from across the world for this one. B, tax fraud. I don't understand TikTok. That's why I make fun of it, and I call it ticky tacky. I don't. Every time I log into TikTok, all I find is dance challenges or challenges where people are challenging others to do stupid things, or I find things along that line. That's why I don't have a TikTok. I have a TikTok channel, but I've never posted anything to it. The other thing is I really don't like their terms of service. TikTok, not a big fan of it. It's my birthday, so I can give multiple answers. Yes, you can, Purple. You can give multiple answers even when it's not your birthday. Or beggars. Yeah. I don't understand TikTok. I mean, maybe it's for the younger generation out there, but it's just not for me, I guess. Numbers just don't lie. Just doing a Google search on crimes committed by YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook and Tiki Tacky creators. What crime from below have they not been arrested for? U.S. creators only. Happy birthday, Sal says. JDR is going with C. TikToks should be sued by Tic Tac Toe. They stole that name from them. I don't know where they came up with it, but that's funny. Stole it from who owns Tic Tac Toe? Somebody's got to own that, right? Not kidding. The song "Happy Birthday." That's copyrighted. That's a copyrighted song. And technically, if you sing it on in a video, or if you sing it on radio or on television, you have to pay a royalty to the owner of the happy birthday song. I'm old enough. I'm old, and people always try to pick me up on TikTok. You're old, and people always try to pick me up on TikTok. I like I said, every time I tune in, it's always the same kind of content over and over again. Maybe it's their algorithm that just keeps on thinking that I want to see these dance challenges. I don't have any rhythm. I can't make my arms go in different ways. I don't understand the dances. Oh, well, I'll leave that to the younger kids. I thought that copyright expired. It did expire, but then somebody else claimed it. At least last time I checked, because the copyright's only good for like 7 years. Each 7 years, somebody has to go in, and renew it. I think it is. Be surprised, but so there's a lot of songs out there that you would just think are in the public domain, that they're free to use, but they're not. Not. All right, question 15. Out of the 108 that I researched for tonight's trivia, I could not find a single one that had been arrested and convicted of. The answer is B as in boy, tax fraud. I found people that have, they were arrested for everything else under the sun. Child endangerment, murders, shooting up their schools, stealing from their little old grandmas. I found all kinds of different people who committed all kinds of different crimes, but not one of them had been arrested for tax fraud. So I guess there's that. All these shameful people making content out there. They apparently they pay their taxes. They don't lie on that. For the questions tonight. So how did you do on tonight's trivia questions? Did you get 12 to 15 correct? 8 to 11, 4 to 7, 1 to 3, or is it E, mountain lion correctness level? People get away with a lot on TikTok. Yeah, my peeps, I don't understand the licensing either, because I mean, when it comes to like people using music, they're doing dance offs to music that it's in. I mean, fairly new. It's copyrighted, but I don't understand how they do that. B, surprised myself. There you go, Sal. Purple got a B, 8 to 11. My score doesn't count. I scored a big fat 0. Will, if I had to take this, without knowing the answers to this question, Mel, I probably would have gotten maybe 4 right. That's just because of the channels that were on here that I knew of. That's it. That's all 15 of the trivia questions. I know this was a little bit hard, especially if you're not familiar with the name of it. And that was one of the hardest parts about actually putting this one together. Was, like I said, a lot of them, their initial stories about so and so, the creator or this channel, this person was arrested and charged, and and there was an initial media about the actual arrest and the charges, but then trying to do any follow up. Were they convicted of it? Did they take a plea bargain? I mean, there's just nothing out there. And then doing a search of the actual name itself in the criminal records. I mean, I would get like 10 hits back. Like, okay, this person, it's either one of these 5. I can narrow down half of those 10. Well, it's one of these 5. So I constantly going through that. That's why I whittled it down to just the ones that I could prove, where the actual outcome was on the actual convictions of people. So this one is done. March 5th is the next one. Next Sunday. And next Sunday, the trivia questions are all around people who have committed crimes right now today that are currently in the news. You might find anybody on here from Murdaugh to, where the current affairs, I guess you could call it, but crimes that are in the current news. That's next. Did Joshy get a felony charge for sneaking in a cell phone right card? The investigation in that just ended on Friday. After going through it all, and it did not say in the last news update what he actually, if he's going to get a felony charge or not, but he has been released from solitary confinement back to his housing unit. That was on Friday, but I do not know what his actual outcome was on the charge, or if there is any charges. But that was as of Friday. Lemon pie, I think I got 2 right. Yeah. They haven't been caught yet. Well, I guess when it comes to tax evasion, cement shoes, yeah, they haven't been caught yet. That'd be the better way to put it, isn't it? I'm sure there are people out there that have, that committed tax fraud, and I wasn't able to find any of them. This is fun. Thank you. Well, you're welcome, my peeps. Glad you enjoyed it. But again, next week is current crimes that are currently in the news, and then the following week is to try and kill a star. But at least that's what it's supposed to be the week after. But next week, March 5th, is current affairs, crimes that are currently in the news. Well, you're welcome, Lemon Pie. It's fun. Thank you. You're welcome, JDR. It was hard, but I learned something. Thanks, Will. Everyone, have a wonderful week. You as well, Sal, and thank you for being here with us. You have a wonderful week ahead. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining me tonight for Trivia Night. Give this a thumbs up, really quickly, if you will. I would appreciate it. That way, YouTube's algorithm will suggest it out to other people. I would like to see more and more people, enjoy this. They're out there. They are. We got to get them in here, get them in the door. By giving it a thumbs up, leaving a comment, it helps move it along. Y'all have a great week, and remember, stay safe out there, and you never know who you're standing next to. Isn't that true, Purple? You never know who's going to be knocking on the door. That's true. Thank you again, Purple. You have a wonderful birthday. And thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Anita Butts, thank you, Will, for the fun. You are welcome, Anita, and thank you for being here with us tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful week. And I will see you all again soon. Bye.